The only two people I told were the Cuban and Andrew, because I want to see how things would shake out. Because I thought maybe the real Andrew Phillips was, trying to troll me, play a trick on me, whatever. So I didn't go telling everyone that he messaged me. But now I think I kind of believe him. Well, I think I sent it to Jay Trendfinger as well. And Jay Trendfinger said, yeah, that's one of Gorilla Juice's old accounts. Chuck E. Cheese is Mexican. Jason Giovanni. If you want to add three R's at the end, you got to drop the U. I'm trying to decide between the two different spellings. I'm either going to go with Gurr on the end or Grrr on the end. Shabernger. See, I think if you extend the grrr, you got to have three R's. But then you really don't need the U. That just becomes stupid. Just go G and then three R's. Spell it out the way I'm saying. You'll see what I'm saying. Shabernger with Grrr on the end. There you go, Nikki Banks. No, you left out the A on Shabernger. Father Phonics. Go blue, grr. Jason Giovanni, Shabernger. Yeah, see, I like that. I like that with no U and the three R's. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. The three R's. I like that. Jay doesn't like fireworks or talking on the phone about them. Cody, I must have been drunk and you wanted to talk about fireworks and I said, "Dude, I'm not 10 years old. Talk about somewhere else, something else." Who talks about fireworks? Thoughts on calling Big Rob at 3 a.m.? That's rude. Big Rob needs his sleep. My favorite firework is a homemade firework. We got 97 people on here. I guess I can tell you about my favorite firework. Those of you who've been around a garage, you know about oxygen acetylene torches. They're the torches that have, it's not a welder. People don't say welding. Torches and welding are 100% opposite. I'm talking about torches, nothing to do with welding. Oxyacetylene torches, they're the two tanks that you normally see side by side, and the hoses going to the gun are usually two different colors, so you know which is which. And then you have a dial on the gun to adjust the how much oxygen you're feeding the acetylene. And acetylene is basically, I believe, a hydrocarbon gas that's highly flammable and gets very hot. So anyway, to make this particular firework, you're going to need some hefty lawn and leaf garden bags, something very heavy duty, something very strong. That's why I say lawn and leaf bags. You're going to need some silver duct tape, and you're going to need some of that waterproof fuse that it's usually green. You see coming out of some of your more expensive fireworks, the waterproof stuff. It's green, rather thick, almost looks like a cord. But anyway, you light your oxygen acetylene torch, and then you play with the dial till you get that perfect blue cone of a flame, which is the hottest possible flame. When you get that blue cone, that's when you know your air to fuel ratio is perfect. After you get that perfect blue cone, you take a rag or something and snuff out that flame. Snuff out the flame so that nothing but gas is coming out of the gun. Okay? That's when you start filling up your hefty lawn and leaf bag. Like that. You got the lawn and leaf bag in one hand, you got the oxygen and acetylene gun in the other. You start filling up bags. All right? You fill up a goddamn hefty lawn and leaf bag with that much oxygen and an acetylene, and then you run silver duct tape around the neck to seal it off real good. It's got to be sealed. You don't want it leaking out. That could be very dangerous. And then you cut yourself a nice piece of fuse, that waterproof wick, that green shit. And you got to be careful because that shit comes coiled. You want to straighten it out because you're gonna take a nice piece of that, like maybe 30 seconds worth or maybe even a minute, and you're gonna take a piece of silver duct tape and you're gonna duct tape the end to that hefty lawn and leaf bag. Well, when you light the other end, you don't want that waterproof wick, that fuse, to coil back up, because then that fucker is going to go off while you're still too close to it before you can get away. But if you make one of these oxygen acetylene air quote fireworks, you're not going to believe the power that they unleash. If you do them in between two houses, like let's say you want to get revenge on someone, and you do them in between two houses, all the windows in those two houses are going to be blown out. Maybe just on that one side, but it could be all of them. And the beauty of the oxygen acetylene firework in a hefty lawn and leaf bag is there's no metal. So aside from a huge concussion and shockwave, which will break glass, there's really no, and the noise, which will break eardrums. John Smith says that's a dumb idea. Oh, we did it all the time in high school. I'm not naming names, but a friend of mine in high school put an oxygen acetylene air quote firework. I don't want to call it the B word. Put an oxygen acetylene firework in between his ex-girlfriend's house and the neighbor's house. Fucking blew out all the fucking windows. Major police investigation. Oh. Those of you guys that have some experience in a garage, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you guys that have never been in a goddamn garage, you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. Uh, John Smith says, I have a body shop. All right, so you got torches. Right. Right. Your comment was it's a dumb idea. Yeah, it's a very dumb idea. You could blow your fucking head off. I didn't say it was fucking great. Oh, I'm an accountant and I can just tell this is retarded. Yes, it is retarded. I mean, obviously, something I did. I don't think I ever did one after I was 20 years old. No, but those hefty bags filled with oxygen and acetylene, they will fuck something up. Do you like the Glock 17, Jay? I own a Glock 17. It's just not my preferred Glock. I prefer my Glock 21 in 45 automatic, but I love my Glock 17. Oh, and Prince Andrew has a Glock 40. I don't own a Glock in 40 cal, but I'm jealous. But I don't really need one. If you got a Glock in 9 millimeter and you got a Glock in 45, you really don't need a 40. I'm really against owning too many guns. I know some people say there's no such thing as owning too many guns. Well, too many different kind of guns. If you want to own 100 guns, maybe you should own 2 or 3 of your favorite guns. Palm's supposed to like 25 guns, okay. John Smith says Guy Cisterano. That guy is such a punk. Uh, Thoughts on 10 millimeter? Um, you don't need a 10 millimeter automatic. It's way too big of a gun for an automatic. If you need that much firepower, you should get you should get a revolver. Everyone should have. If you're a gun guy, you need revolvers and automatics. Need a Hamburg impersonation. It's too early. 10 millimeter has good ballistics. Yes, because that's the old 41 Magnum um, cartridge. They just took the rim off of it to make it work in an automatic. It's just too much. Trust me, if you got a 44 Magnum revolver, that's got more power than a 10 millimeter automatic. And if you got a 40 automatic, that's almost as powerful as a 10 millimeter. So 10 millimeter, I just think is kind of in no man's land. I mean, it's weaker than the powerful revolvers, but it's barely more powerful than the strongest automatics. Guy Sissy is full of insulin. Not now. I tried to ask Guy Cisterano um, at least 3 times to explain